And hi everybody, this is Rich Roste, and welcome to the Silver Fox blog. This is brought to you by Eastway Bowl, located on East 10th Street in Sioux Falls, and there is something for everyone at Eastway Bowl. Check out their website, eastwaybowl.com, and also during the course of the credits you've been able to see that there's going to be one at the beginning, one at the end of specials that are going on at Eastway Bowl. Well folks, the Sioux Falls Storm came up with a win last week over the Colorado Ice. In a very tough first half, Colorado came in, they were giving up 50 points a ball game, and as it turned out, the Storm scored about 50 points. They got 41. It was close, but it just seemed like they were a tougher team in that first half, and the Sioux Falls Storm offense was struggling a little bit. And the thing about it is that what you have to realize is that Colorado came in here. They had absolutely nothing to lose. They played Amarillo really tight the first couple times they played them, and the week before it was, came down to the fourth quarter, the last part of the game before they finally lost 47-40. So Colorado is a team that can get better, and they've changed quarterbacks. They've had several injuries, and they're starting to come back. So the Sioux Falls Storm did take care of business, and there's been some people that have thought that, well, the Storm just hasn't been as strong or powerful and things like that. But you still have to realize that these are professional teams. These are players. These are guys that have been in NFL camps, and they can make some big plays. And Colorado did just make a few big plays. Otherwise, the Sioux Falls Storm really shut them down, and their offense of the Storm really played well and just had some difficulties inside the red zone. And you also have to think about some of the things that had happened in that ball game. Brian McIntyre was out, so the long snapping situation became an issue, and so those things kind of progressed, but the Storm win 41-28, and that's the important factor. Now the Sioux Falls Storm this week are going to be taking on the Sioux City Bandits. Now the Sioux City Bandits were a 500 ball club going into the game last week, and they took on Wichita, and the Sioux City Bandits came up with a win 48-47. Wichita pulled to within 1 point, and there was less than 2 minutes to go in the ballgame, and Wichita elected to kick off rather than go for the onside kick. They felt that their defense was strong enough that they could go out there and stop them and not be able to get a first down. They get the ball back, and then there'd be plenty of time for their kicker, Pullman, to put it up and win the game. Their philosophy worked very well. The kickoff took it down to about the 1 yard line of Sioux City. They had to work out from there. Wind up being third down and long, and quarterback Scott Jensen making his first start. Got a completion to Alan Burrell, sealed the deal, got the first down. Now, the thing is, a lot of people didn't think that Scott Jensen was going to be a starting quarterback, that James McNear was going to be the real savior of the Sioux City Bandits, and they brought him in from Omaha. Well, there's some questions whether or not he is leaving the team for whatever reason. Officially, I think it is that he has a job in Omaha, and he can't afford to be driving back and forth and missing work, and so he's been missing practices, and so that's why that Scott Jensen was able to get the start, and he did a very good job for Sioux City. And the thing about it is that he is going to bring to the table one thing that successful teams have, is a quarterback that can move around and make things happen, and that's what Scott Jensen brings to the Sioux City Bandits. That they can, if the play is busted or if he's getting pressure, he can still make things happen. And he has a couple guys that we're very familiar with. Alan Burrell, who caught that great first down catch late in that ball game. Leon Hall Jr., I've never called him Jr., but Leon Hall, another Storm player, and he's been an impact player. He had some injuries early, and he's coming back around now. So they have some offensive weapons. They've made some changes on their offensive line. Sioux City has gone out and made some trades, and they brought some new talent in. and there's some names that maybe not going to be there that you're expecting to see. So Sioux City is making strides to really improve their franchise. Defensively, you think of Spetler Tonga, and he is the heart and soul of that defense, and he can come up and nail you. He can get back in coverage. He can do about anything. So Sioux City right now, in my feeling, is that they're going to come into this ball game probably with the most confidence that they have ever had against Sioux Falls since 2005, when they beat the Storm 3 times and then lost in the championship game. But that's the last time they have beaten the Sioux Falls Storm, was 2005. And now coming into this ball game after beating a team that the Storm had lost by a large margin, true, and then has beaten, come from behind and beaten twice, the Wichita Wild, for Sioux City to defeat them and now taking on the Sioux Falls Storm, well, they're going to be just riding so high, and that crowd is going to be so nuts down there in Sioux City. It's going to be, a terrific ball game. The Sioux Falls Storm, injuries, and every team has injuries, but this year it seems like the Sioux Falls Storm has had more than their share. So as far as who's going to be on the field, we'll find out at game time on Saturday to who's going to be on the field for the Sioux Falls Storm, depending who had the lesser of the injuries in the ball game last week against Colorado. So coming up on Saturday, Sioux Falls Storm taking on the Sioux City Bandits, and that is a big game, and hopefully that you've gotten your tickets to ride the Storm Chasers bus trip down there. And if not, if you're still going to Sioux City, come on over to the tailgate at the west parking lot there at the Tyson Event Center. Unless they have the carnival set up, then who knows where the tailgate's going to be. But just come on down, have a great time, tailgate with all of the Storm fans, and then come on in, because there's so many Storm fans coming. It's always a presence down in the Tyson Event Center. But I think this thing is going to be really a big crowd. There's a lot of things riding on it. Sioux City is 4-3 on the year, the best record that they've had in a few years. And like I said, they're going to be riding very high, and the Storm has had some games that even like Coach had described as lackluster. So it's going to be great to see a lot of Storm fans down there. And it is going to be noisy down there at the Tyson Event Center. You can guarantee that. It's kind of like putting a jukebox in a library. That thing is going to just be wild and noisy, and things like that is going to wake a lot of people up. So it's going to be a great time down there. A lot of Storm fans, we need to see you down in Sioux City. One thing I did want to mention to you before we go is the fact that coming up this Saturday, May 8th, is the Avera Cancer Institute Race Against Breast Cancer. It's going to be held on May 8th, and you can register by contacting the Storm office, or you can contact the Avera Cancer Institute. And Tryon Jim and the Storm organization wanting to put together one big team to go out and walk. And it's going to be, they want to get the biggest team award, and the team's been called We Build Champions. So sign up and walk, run, whatever that you want to do, but it's all for a great cause, as the Sioux Falls Storm supporting the 22nd annual Avera Race Against Breast Cancer. So folks, thanks for being a part and stopping by and listening to the rant and blog of the old white-haired guy at the Silver Fox, and I appreciate you stopping by, and I hope to see you down in Sioux City. And if you can't make it to the game, check on the Storm website. We're got a new computer. We got things all going right. You can watch the game on B2 Network. You can listen to the game and actually see the broadcasting booth, and we'll be talking to you there. And there's also a chat area. We did this on the ball game last week. Had great response on that, so you can chat. Different Storm fans can chat. Just go to the Sioux Falls Storm site, click on live broadcast, and you'll be able to hear the game, see Bubba and I in the broadcast booth, and then also be able to chat with friends, and also leave us a message if you have a question about what's going on with the game. So all of these things new. Just check out the Sioux Falls Storm website. There's lots of stuff there for you to check out. So folks, thanks again for stopping by, and you've been listening and watching the Silver Fox blog, brought to you by Eastway Bowl, where there is something for everyone. Check out their daily specials, eastwaybowl.com. We'll talk to you again next week right here on Storm Football, the Silver Fox blog. Thanks.